there, thanks for checking us out. It is Beth
and Shirley
with Shirley's Real Estate Group, John L. Scott, and this is the BS Real Estate Show.
Beth and Shirley, that is. It's Tuesday, and we are here with more real estate news that matters to you.
Today's BS show is about the power of one and how that affects you as a purchaser.
So we have 4 points. The first one that we're going to touch on is rates. So everyone's worried about rates going up and what that means to you. Realistically, our rates are still historically low. So we're looking at an average of like 6 to 8%.
That'd be normal rates or 6
a normal rate, yeah. And so we're below that at this point. And so you're not going to continue to see like a 3.5 or anything like that for an extended period of time. That was just when the market crashed and the feds lowered the rates to sustain the housing market to try to, rebuild what we had lost. So
exactly. And so the interest rates that we've seen, which is normal for most folks, a rate below 4% has been the norm for a long time, and
a lot longer than we thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to go over what the power of one means to you, and that leads us into topic number 2,
which is the power of one.
Just keep in mind, interest rates and all of this isn't the fun stuff. The fun stuff is buying a home.
Shopping for a home, you name it. Exactly. Planning your furniture, like where you're going to put it.
Exactly.
And whatever else.
And so this part of it is important. You need to know this, but it's not really the fun part of it.
Exactly.
So what we're going to be going over today in the little pamphlet I have is the power of one, and this is just going to dive into principal and interest payments only, not taxes and insurance, because what we're really dissecting here is what the difference is on the power of one and what difference that makes in your mortgage payment. So if interest rates go up just 1%, what the difference is just in that, not in taxes and insurance, just principal and interest. And so at a 4.25% interest rate, at a purchase price of $453,000, your monthly payment is $22.28. And if you're just 1% higher than that, at a 5.25% interest rate, at a purchase price of $53,000 lower a month in purchasing power, so you're at a $400,000 purchasing price, your payment is $22.09.
So we're looking at, a $53,000 variance on purchase price and a $19
a month difference
variance on your
payment.
monthly payments.
And so, and then this illustration gives you a difference of what the house would look like prospectively if you were to buy a home at $453,000 versus a home at $400,000, and how that affects your purchasing power. So a difference of 1% interest rate affects your purchasing power by 10 to 12%, which is huge. And so it's important for you to understand that because interest rates are on the rise.
Oh, for sure. And so next thing we're going to roll into is number 3, which is loan options. So a lot of people think that you have to have, a giant, bunch cash, ready to go for down payment. Not the case. So you can do, there's Washington State Bond, which is 0 down. You can do VA if you're a veteran, that's 0 down. They have
That's
great
one of the
programs.
best loan options out there.
You can do USDA if you're looking to purchase like outside of city limits. There's FHA, which is 3.5% down.
Conventional even has a 3% loan down option.
So there are options out there where you don't have to have
a ton of money.
A ton of down payment. Like
Exactly.
you can make
so
the most
a lot of
what
folks
you have.
will tell me, oh, I need to save up for another year or 2 years to have my 3% or my 5% or my 20% down loan product. And that could affect you over 7% in purchasing power. So you're taking a year to save up, 3%, that in turn costs you over 7% in your purchasing power.
Exactly.
And so that doesn't always make sense. And then that leads us into item number 4, which is rents going up.
Renting versus buying. Here we go. In Seattle alone, the rental market is insane. So you can get like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath in Seattle for your firstborn.
your firstborn and your right arm and your left leg, right?
Exactly.
It costs you a lot. And so,
but why not consider buying
versus renting? And so you've got the tax benefits if you purchase instead of renting. And so every year at the end of the year, you're able to write off your taxes and insurance and whatnot.
And you don't have your landlord constantly increasing your rent. So.
Yeah, because every time your lease becomes due, you're cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, it's up another $100, $200 a month or whatever it is. And a lot of that is just property taxes, but the landlord needs to offset what it's costing them. And so that, just rolls downhill to what it's costing you. And there you go. And so the rental increases if you purchase a home where it's your own investment. Because at the end of the day, truly, honestly, you're paying somebody's mortgage, whether it's yours or somebody else's, yours or your landlord's. And so why not just lock in your interest rate or your payment for 30 years, and the only fluctuation you have is your property taxes and insurance, and that's very minimal at best, and you add to your own portfolio.
Exactly, like you build your own equity, so you're paying into what you're going to get out of it.
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, you have something that if 10 years from now you're looking to buy and sell again, you have some equity to put forward towards that to offset that. And then you're not looking at a minimum down. You can do 20% down or whatever, and it's just like climbing the ladder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, let us know. Feel free to PM us or comment below, or if you want to do, a free buyer, home evaluation, and see what you're looking at, renting versus buying, we can do that. It takes like 20 minutes and we'll have it for you. It doesn't even take
that. It takes like 5 minutes of your time, and we can give you a free buyer evaluation and let you know what the difference is and whether it makes sense for you to wait a year or do it now and take advantage of your purchasing power.
Exactly. So let us know, comment below, let us know if there's something you want to hear next week or something, that we can help you guys out with.
What's your challenges?
And we'll be here.
Yep, and that's a wrap.
That's a bunch of BS. See you next Tuesday.